We're constantly told that absolute transparency is a virtue, that living your life like an open book is the ultimate sign of authenticity. But leaving your thoughts, habits, and preferences exposed turns your mind into a defenseless target. This vulnerability is a perception anchor. Broadcasting exactly who you are gives bad actors the leverage to pull your strings. They use your baseline behavior as a starting point, simply pouring their own agendas into your decision-making process without you ever realizing it. To stop being a passive target and master psychological defense, hit the subscribe button to join MindUnlock. In 1956, sociologist Erving Goffman introduced impression management. Humans naturally split their existence, constructing a curated front-stage persona for the public. But if that shield collapses, your vulnerable backstage self is exposed to hostile manipulation and social engineering. Society is wired to constantly monitor, judge, and extract value from you. To survive, you must engineer an artificial persona, a tactical shield that strictly dictates exactly what the outside world is allowed to perceive. Building that shield starts with Rule 1, feed the stereotype. The human brain processes millions of data points every second, so it relies heavily on heuristics, lazy mental shortcuts, to rapidly categorize the people it encounters. If you want to conceal your actual capabilities, you need to hand an observer a narrative that perfectly aligns with their baseline expectations. You intentionally project a persona so boring, so thoroughly average, that it actively discourages further investigation. The moment their brain registers that you fit neatly into a harmless box, it checks you off the list and moves on. By giving them exactly what they expect to see, you effectively wrap yourself in an invisibility cloak. That brings us to Rule 2, the loud noise, silent move. This is a classic decoy tactic, drawn straight from the social engineering playbook, leveraging a technique known as perception management. The strategy works like this. You loudly and eagerly broadcast a completely irrelevant personal flaw or a generic, time-consuming hobby. You create a dazzling distraction right in front of their eyes to capture their full attention. This exploits a massive psychological blind spot. When observers see you being highly self-deprecating or overly transparent about one specific trivial detail, their brain automatically assumes you are being completely honest across the board. While they are focused on the harmless decoy you've handed them, your actual strategic maneuvers, deep ambitions, and core vulnerabilities remain totally obscured from technical or social surveillance. You are feeding them an obvious, easily digestible truth that completely satisfies their ego's need to figure you out, leaving your true operational core secure and unbothered. But occasionally, an observer will stumble past your decoys and accidentally probe too close to your hidden reality. That's when you deploy Rule 3, control the question, don't hide the answer. When asked an invasive question, your instinct might be to clam up, or get defensive, or show panic. This is the worst possible reaction. Any sign of distress instantly signals that you have something valuable to hide, triggering their predatory instinct to dig deeper. Instead, you deploy a conversational hijack. You smoothly and confidently pivot the focus by asking them a highly targeted question about their own expertise, opinions, or past experiences. This maneuver exploits the psychological principle of reciprocity. You intercept the attack and instantly reflect it back as a massive compliment, completely short-circuiting their interrogation. Humans possess an overwhelming, almost biological desire for self-validation. Given the choice between extracting your secrets and talking extensively about themselves, almost everyone will eagerly choose to talk about themselves. By weaponizing an opponent's ego against them, you instantly transform a dangerous breach of your privacy into a powerful tool for building their trust. These tactical defenses are built on a much older, more profound philosophical framework. In ancient Eastern thought, this state of calculated restraint is known as gambira, the unfathomable depth. It is best understood through the metaphor of the Ganges River. To a casual observer standing on the bank, the surface of the water appears perfectly still, gentle, and entirely non-threatening. But beneath that serene, engineered surface lies a staggering reality. The deep current is incredibly powerful, moving with massive, unstoppable force that remains entirely invisible to those on the outside. This translates directly to personal branding. Your curated front stage must always project that calm, agreeable surface, while your true energy, intellect, and resources are strictly conserved deep below. Measure your words carefully. Do not waste your brilliance on casual conversations or online arguments. Reserve your true capabilities solely for the strategic moments when deploying them guarantees a definitive victory. A highly controlled persona combined with strategic silence is the ultimate impenetrable armor against a society that thrives on extracting your data and exploiting your predictable habits. You must only show the world exactly what it expects to see and leave the undeniable truth for your results. If you are ready to commit to this protocol, drop the word SHIELD in the comments below.